All right, Chad. So this episode is actually pretty interesting to me. It kind of reminds me of Supernatural and when the demons come and they first get introduced and something changes. Their whole body, obviously not the whole body because they can seem more human-like, but something is different when they know that it's a demon.
Their black eyes.
Their black eyes. So today's episode, we're going to go indulge in or delve into the legend or the myth of the black-eyed children. Black-eyed children. So I cannot wait to talk about this topic.
This will be interesting because I honestly don't know really anything about black-eyed children. So,
well, it is a learning experience for both of us.
It will be.
Here at Dead Air Podcast, Kenosha. So imagine that you're actually sitting at home, being one of those night owls, which I'm definitely not.
No, you are not.
Unless I am investigating, and then you see me past 8 o'clock for sure. But just imagine, like, maybe it's raining and maybe it's not. However, you're sitting there, minding your own business, scrolling on TikTok, and all of a sudden you hear a door knock. What would you do if you hear a door knock in the middle of the night?
Ignore it because I don't answer my door.
Why would you ignore it?
Because I don't answer my door.
But why would you not answer the door?
Because I don't like it when people come to my house unannounced.
Sometimes, yes.
I mean, we've gone door knocking before for real estate. Nobody ever answered. We know that we can see them in the window. We know that they're home. Nobody answers the door anymore.
Oh, I remember one time that we were passing out flyers, and the car was in front. It was parked in front, and we door knocked. Instead of answering the door, all of a sudden the car's alarm went off. So I don't know. I took it as if they didn't want us there. So
I've had it before where we knocked on the door, and instead of answering the door, they opened the garage, got in their car, and left. Yeah. They didn't even stop and say, "Oh, hi, we're leaving." They just left.
Okay, but what if, let's say, we do have a doorbell camera, most people do nowadays, and you see two children on your porch. I mean, children are supposedly innocent.
Do they have Girl Scout cookies?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay. Continue.
I mean, it depends on what Girl Scout cookies. I'm not a big fan of a lot of those.
Continue with your scenario.
Anyways, and they're children. Would you still not open that door?
Only if they have Girl Scout cookies. Then open the door.
Okay. They do not have Girl Scout cookies.
No.
Even with children?
Nope.
What if they need help?
They're just trying to sell something.
In the middle of the night?
I would talk to them through my doorbell camera. Why are they out in the middle of the night? They should not be out. They should be at home in their bed. Don't you remember those commercials? It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? Obviously, those parents do not know where their children are. Those parents should not be at our doorstep at 9 o'clock at night or 10 o'clock at night, whatever time it is. So no, I do not answer my door. It cannot be a good thing if there are kids standing at my door at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Not a good thing.
That is true. Of course, it's not a good thing. That's one more reason to open it.
No, it is not a good reason to open it. So let me ask you this.
Okay.
Do the kids look like kids, or do they look like some kind of evil spirit without eyes or without facial features?
Nope, they look like kids. And that's what the legend...
Do they look scared, or do they just kind of stand there with a blank stare on their face?
Ooh, that's a question. Most people... I mean, sometimes they look scared tries to kind of convince you.
Are they saying anything, or are they just staying at the door after they ring the doorbell?
They usually say, "Can we come in?"
Hell no, you're not coming to my house.
Why not?
No. What are they wearing?
Why does it matter? They're regular clothes.
Because you kind of know what generally kids wear, like the type of clothing. Now, if they're wearing like clothes straight from the 1920s, then they're not kids from today. and they are not coming inside my house. So,
Okay, so they would typically are blending into the nowadays current trends.
Okay, so let's flip this then. What about you?
Okay, so let's come back to this conversation. Let's circle back to
Okay,
this
but I want to
conversation.
ask you then. We've asked me, and then we have my answer now. I will not answer the door. What about you? It is 2:00 in the morning, and our doorbell rings, and you're up for whatever reason. You had one of your nightmares. The doorbell rings, and you look in the doorbell camera, and there are two little girls standing outside our door, saying, "Can we come in?" Do you answer the door?
I would. Just because they're children and they're coming to your house for a reason, right? So, and they don't come to a house randomly, especially nowadays when they're barely touching grass now and they're out in the doorstep. What if they need help?
It's 2:00 in the morning.
You never know. Emergency happens in the middle of the night.
I would call the cops and say, "Just stay right there. The cops will be here in a minute."
That's a good idea. However, I'll probably be the one to open the door.
I mean, I would sit outside with them, but I wouldn't let them in my house.
So, as you guessed, we are going to be talking about the black-eyed children, the legend, the myth of the black-eyed children, and who are they? What are they?
We don't know.
We don't know.
Obviously.
So they
But
actually.
Alia would let them in her house.
So typically, these black-eyed children, as our child screams upstairs, very animated while she watches her shows. However, these black-eyed children, they actually look somewhat normal until you see their eyes. And they are, it is told that they are completely black. So if you ever watch Supernatural, or Charmed. Charmed is also one
Does
of
Supernatural have a black-eyed children episode? I don't remember.
I don't think so, but like the demons. The demons have the black eyes. That's, if you allow me to explain this.
Well, I had a question for you. I'm sorry. Jeez, I'll just sit here quietly then.
No, it's okay.
God.
It's okay.
Try to ask you a question, I get yelled at. This is my daily life.
Rude. I treat you like a king. Okay, I can't even keep my face straight on that one.
A king that's about to be murdered, maybe.
Stop. Okay, you've been watching way too many House of Dragons. Anywho, let's move on to the
The
actual
new
topic.
season comes out soon.
Okay, the actual topic at hand. So the black-eyed children, they look normal until you see the eyes. As I was connecting to with Supernatural, even Charmed, the demons they change their eyes. So are these children demons? We don't know. So where did the legend begin? So one of the actually strangest things about the black-eyed children is that it isn't from an ancient legend.
This isn't a very old legend, is it?
No.
It's relatively new.
Yes, and it's not even from the 1800s. So, I don't know, 1900s. I want to say 1900s because apparently most of the researchers started to trace this. What would it be?
Like a legend?
A legend or myth, a phenomena.
Okay.
I mean, it's a phenomena that has a valued ground, I guess.
Sightings.
Sightings, encounters.
Okay.
Okay. So apparently this journalist, Brian Bethel, he was actually sitting in a car in Texas, and he actually stopped in front of a movie theater. And it is said that he sat there and two boys approached him to his vehicle. One, why in the world are you approaching the stranger in his car? Obviously, they don't know anything about the stranger danger.
Maybe they thought he had candy.
Oh my God.
You know, our parents taught us about the stranger danger and don't get into white panel vans even though they had candy.
Not even white panel vans, regular vans.
I'm
no
sorry,
windows.
but if a stranger rolled down their window on the side of the road and had candy and held it out the window, even when I was a kid, I would go up there and I'd grab it.
Wow.
Yeah, don't let my mom watch this video because
Oh my God.
I wasn't a very safe kid. I did a lot of bad things that I shouldn't have done
Well,
as a kid.
I mean, that was okay. We're not going to delve into it because that is just a whole open chapter.
We lived in a very different time though
We
than
did.
when we were kids.
We did. So, and the myth in itself was saying that every encounter is at a door of a house. So, but this guy is in a car. So these kids actually knocked on the window and asked for a ride. And what do you think he did?
Well, when was this? Like what year?
96.
So 96 was still a very different time than today. I'm going to say that he probably gave them a ride because back then, I don't think it was as faux pas to give kids a ride as it is today.
True.
Whereas today, if you put kids that you don't know in your car and give them a ride, you'd probably go to jail for that.
Mm-hmm. Or a lawsuit. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, that's just a sad state of affairs, in my opinion.
Even if the kids are lost, you'd probably still face some kind of legal challenge or something like that. But back in 96, it wasn't. It was probably still considered a bad thing and frowned upon, but I don't think there was. At least I don't. I mean, I was still in high school in 96, but I don't think there were as many like lawsuits or people being thrown in jail for.
We don't know if social media didn't exist at that point.
I mean, as long as he wasn't like taking the kids and throwing them in his car and abducting them, if he was just giving them a ride home, I think it was okay. I would think, but I don't know.
He actually didn't. He actually followed his gut. So like when he encountered, oh, look at the doggy, I got so distracted. Oh my goodness, that was so cute though. Oh my God. Okay, back to our episode. What's it call it? That he actually started feeling like, okay, something's off about them. And even though they kind of looked normal, he looked at them closely and finally saw that their eyes were solid black. No pupils. Creepy. It is very creepy. That's why I kind of connected to supernatural, because the demons are solid black. Mm-hmm. Solid black, no pupils, no whites in the eyes. Right, so he immediately drove away. So he didn't drive them, so which is good.
Okay.
Because what he did, apparently, through AOL probably, the dial-up internet, he actually wrote about his experience online. And the
chat room.
The chat room, oh my God. Anyways.
10 minutes after you got online. Do that.
Okay. We don't need that. Okay, so let's move on and actually give our clients, our viewers, some tidbits.
They're not clients yet. They're not ready to buy a house yet.
Oh, that's right. If you guys don't know this, we are realtors in real life. I'm a full-time teacher and realtor, and during the summer, I'm a full-time realtor because I need something to do.
Other than annoying me.
Well, I mean, I do that part-time, so no worries. But anyway, so he put his experiences online, and sure enough, that a lot of people actually saw this and started writing in response, saying that they had similar experiences that he had, kind of thing. So the word actually spread. So the pattern, what do you think the pattern of these experiences would be?
Probably just, I don't know. It's a good question. I would think just the same thing over and over again.
What do you mean?
Like the girls, in quotes, going up to people's cars and asking for a ride, or going up to people's...
Not even girls, it could be boys as well.
Okay, the kids going up to people's cars and asking for rides, or going up to people's houses and saying, can I come in? But what do you think their ulterior motive is? Like, why do they want rides? Why do they want to come into people's houses? Is it to kill people? Is it to haunt them? Is it really just for a ride back to somewhere? Like, what is their ulterior motive? Does your research say anything about that? Like, did anybody actually give them a ride?
No, we will go into more of the details of the myth behind it and people thinking what they are versus...
But I want to know, did anybody actually give them a ride? What happened?
I don't think so. However, if they did or opened that door and invited them in, how would we know if what happens?
Maybe
Because
they survived it.
And that not according to the legend, that if you are inviting them in, and we'll talk more about it later in the episode. So, okay. And then so these people are sharing
suspense.
I know. These people who actually experience it in different states, by the way, because now the internet is a connection to everything. They're actually telling us similar stories, but they are always traveling in pairs. So there would all be twos, right? So not just one.
Travel buddy.
Yeah.
They had a travel buddy.
A travel buddy, or sometimes a group of three. They often ask for help, a ride or a telephone to phone whatever to use the bathroom, because most people or most kids don't hold their bladder very long, and or calling their parents or just to come inside. And they're almost, it's a reoccurring, that's a number one reoccurring detail amongst all the experience. It could be an experience out in your car, like that Brian guy, or at your home. However, there's always some sort of docile excuse for the kids to break down your defenses to allow them to come into your personal space.
So in our beginning scenario then, where you would have let them in, you would have died.
Yes, you will not hear from me. And I'm sure you'll be fine with that.
No, I would not be fine with that. Stop it.
I know. But usually when they do encounter these black-eyed children, that gut feeling that something's off kind of starts hitting that person like immediately. So that I think it's just your body knowing that something is off and is trying to protect you, kind of thing. So always listen to your gut.
See, that's why I'm saying, like, a kid at my doorstep at 2 o'clock in the morning, that's something off. Like, that's not a normal thing.
No, it's not a normal thing, and that's why what I'm thinking, well, something happened at their house at 2 in the morning. Someone killed their parent or someone harmed them.
Then they shouldn't be standing there calmly asking to come in. They'd be freaking out.
That's true. You're right. You're right. You're right.
They'd be bawling and freaking out. I need some help.
So one of the details that I kind of interested in, like you were saying, they're calm. They're just standing there. That's a typical encounter of the black-eyed children that has been known, right? So, but that is also the strangest thing about the black-eyed children, because of the fact that they are very calm. They often actually ask permission, and they don't just enter. They don't just assume you're going to do it, kind of thing, just because they're there. They always ask permission. So, and repeatedly, not just once, but multiple times until you give in.
They're persistent.
They're very persistent. So they actually are
kind of like a real kid then, asking for candy. Very persistent.
Oh yes, very persistent until like you're done and you just give in, But the thing is, like, it's weird because they have been compared to vampires. Right? Because the folklore of the vampires, they have to get permission to enter your home. So are they vampires?
I don't know. That'd be a whole different podcast, though. Are vampires real? Vampire bats are real, but are like the blood-sucking vampires that can turn you into
Of another vampire?
a night-dwelling, undead living person that sucks other people's blood real?
I don't know, but I know for sure there is like a cult following that they pretend to be vampires.
Or there are lots and lots of movies on vampires, but are they actually real? Like, that is something that I'm super skeptical about, because there is literally like 0 to 0% evidence of vampires existing in our world. Like, I have seen no evidence of that.
It would be kind of a nice doctorate to do a research project on.
It would. I'd be interested to see what kind of
It'll be more like an anthropological thing, a study of a society, and this is a hidden society if it's truly existing.
not just what evidence is out there, but like what folklore different societies have about that, because I'm sure that different societies have different things about it, about supposed vampires and stuff. Our society has different things as compared to like Europe, compared to Asia and Africa.
I found my next rabbit hole.
But I really don't think that vampires exist in our world. I could be totally wrong.
So do you think the black-eyed children are not the vampires that we all are talking about? Because vampires have to be invited in, and according to that legend, they have to be invited in order to enter your space, and that's what they do. They
So-
ask permission.
So you say that vampires have to be invited in, but that's what TV shows and movies have always trained us. Is that really true?
Right. That's
Because if you
what-
look at TVs and movie shows, they all contradict each other. Like some say that vampires are allergic to sun, and then others say that they're not. Some say that they're allergic to garlic, and some say that they're not.
Yeah.
Some say that they have to sleep in a coffin. Some say they don't.
I'll be interested sleeping in a coffin. I mean, with the lid up, of course, but
Some say that they have to drink human blood. Some say they can live on animal blood. So they all contradict each other. Like is that folklore saying that they have to be invited in true or not?
I don't know, but that's according to the folklore. That's the
I
same
know.
thing with the black-eyed children. Black-eyed children are, can we just say BEC?
You can say whatever you want.
Okay, BECs. Okay, that sounds weird. The black-eyed children, they're also legend. They're folklore. There is no set information for these encounters either. So, are they vampires?
Or are they something completely different?
Or are they completely different?
I'm
Are
gonna
they
say that.
demons?
I'm gonna say they're completely different. I don't think that they're vampires. I don't think that they're maybe demons, but I don't think they're vampires. I think they're something completely different.
Okay, so that kind of goes into our theories. So theory number one are the black-eyed children demons. First and foremost, before we even get into these theories and let us tell you what we think, tell us what you think. Are black-eyed children demons or any of these theories that we are going to go over? Drop it down in the comments, okay? Anyway, so theory number one, demonic entities. Are these black-eyed children demonic? So in the paranormal, we actually believe that with children, demons are often shown as something very docile, very innocent. So children are often associated with demons or demonic entities because they're luring that person into that location so that they can do harm. Okay? So, and let's say lady in white.
To lower your defenses so that you're not expecting them to hurt you.
Yes. A lady or a femme fatale or whatever. What was it? A damsel in distress. My God, my brain stopped working for a second. I remember seeing that load button going. Anyway, so the damsel in distress situation that you lower your defenses so that they can lure you into wherever they want to, so that you can get hurt, right, or possessed. So are they demonic? Because small innocent children, yes, they have black eyes, but you don't get to see them until you actually pay attention. And then you end up trusting them and then having them come in.
It could be. Oh, that's a pretty good question to ask a priest.
True. However, but what do they believe, though? Are they believing that they are demons? And because unfortunately they do side with religious beliefs, which are the demonic theory.
Yeah, but I mean, most religions do believe in some sort of demon, or they may not call it Satan or the devil, but something super evil.
So another theory, which I mean, I kind of, in my opinion, I don't think so. I've never heard of it until I started doing more research about the black-eyed children, that they are extraterrestrials, aliens.
So in your research, these people have experienced them. You said that the people that have invited them in, they've never been heard from again, right?
Right.
So that would kind of make sense. If they are extraterrestrials, the people that invite them in, then they get abducted and they're gone. The ETs take them away and take them off to Mars or some other distant planet. So
True.
the aliens abduct them and conduct their tests.
I mean, like, if they are not they're not allowing them to come in, and that's why we have reports of this theory that they're aliens, that these people who encounter them, they're actually missing some time, before, like a big chunk of time then they're missing, and then like there's some electrical disturbances. I'm not sure what kind of electrical disturbances they were reporting specifically. Some strange behaviors from these entities. However, wouldn't it go towards like a demon? Because I'm sure demons don't really act human, and I'm sure they act stranger than humans. So why would they be assuming it's aliens?
Why would they assume it's demons too? Why would they assume anything? Why would they assume it's a fairy? Why would they assume it's a human? Why would they assume anything? Like, who knows?
True. I really don't know, and I don't think
This is why they're all theories. Nobody knows for sure. It's all theories.
true, but I don't think they're aliens.
Okay.
Do you believe they're aliens?
I think that they're all theories and nobody knows for sure, so that's why they're all theories. But it could be aliens. I don't think so. But it could be. You never know.
Okay, so
Are they in the government files that have been released so far?
no.
Then I'm going to say it's probably unlikely that it's aliens abducting people.
But there are a lot of files. You expect me to read a lot of files?
I expect you to do your research properly.
Oh my God. Wow.
I don't think it's aliens. Just because I don't see an alien having to ask permission to enter a home or enter a car. I think they would just abduct you.
That's true because they are advanced. They
Yeah.
should be advanced than us.
Unless they're just doing some kind of weird experiment or social experiment. I have no idea. But yeah, I don't think the alien theory holds up very well either. But it is a theory.
It is definitely a theory. So theory number 3 is interdimensional beings. Do we want to stop here before we go into this third one?
It's up to you.
What do you think?
I don't know. She's supposed to call me in 4 minutes, so we'll see.
So we will stop here, just at the top of this, before we go into anything. The Kenosha connection. Okay.
Can you stop your recording?
Yeah. See, I like this. This is good banter. So, theory number 3, interdimensional beings. What in the world are interdimensional beings? Big feet.
So that means that they live like in our dimension, so our universe, I guess you could say.
Is it the multiverse situation?
Yeah. So yeah, if you watch the Marvel movies, Captain America and all those movies, you know, they talk about the multiverse. So there's, in theory, there's multiverses. There's our universe, our verse.
That's how I feel about the multiverse.
And then there's other verses, you know. There's that animated Spider-Man that kind of gives you the best vision of the multiverse, because there's the Spider-Man that's here in our multiverse. Then there's all kinds of, there's like an infinite number of Spider-Men based on what happens, I guess. So if it's an interdimensional being, then it's from a different dimension, a different multiverse.
Right. So the thing is, with interdimensional beings, they are going to be at a different timeline than we are, or a time that is either better, more involved than us. So would that constitute to their black eyes because they need maybe they're living in the dark and they need all that black to absorb the light, whatever light that it is.
Maybe.
You know? And that they're shifting through the dimensions and they just happen to like, hey, can I come in? What if, let's say, what if there are portals in our houses and it's only certain houses? Because I know for sure I've not encountered this, so I'm assuming we don't have a portal for them to use to go back to where they were.
Maybe.
But what
So
about cars, though?
Maybe the cars drive over the portals.
Or once they get into the car, they can ask for a certain location to be able to transport into their own dimension.
Maybe the cars are traveling portals. Like the DeLorean from Back to the Future. Traveling time machines.
I don't think so.
But you don't know for sure though.
True. I don't know for sure. Sorry I keep yawning, but
We're boring her.
it's getting to my wind down time, so.
And we still have things to do today, so.
I know. But anyway, so it's actually pretty interesting with all these theories out there. I mean, just because they don't have a solidified evidence of these children to say for sure, like, these are demons, these are aliens, or these are interdimensional beings. I think that's also about the big feet. I am going to make that a term, big feet.
Well, it is a term on our podcast.
It is definitely a term on a podcast, and I'm hoping it becomes viral. Big feet.
Start using it out there, people. Big feet.
Big feet. Group of Bigfoot.
Make it happen.
So, and these big feet, they walk into the different dimensions, and that's why when you see one or encounter one, it's disappeared, and all of a sudden it's in a different place. The Yeti are the big feet from, let's say, Burlington, Wisconsin, which has had sightings of the big feet transporting themselves to the cold mountains and transporting themselves to be able to endure the coldness. But yeah, so either way, it's an interesting theory.
Anyway, back to our topic at hand now. We got off topic about big feet.
I mean, seriously, this is our third diversion of the topic. But regardless, we're still giving you what you want. So the theory number 4 is, are they just urban legends? Because the fact that they are currently no evidence for these encounters, just by the encounters of the people who are reporting them.
So what do you think about this one? Do you think that they're just made up and that they're not really true, that it's just urban legend?
Or are they psychotic breaks that they just visualize these?
What do you think about the urban legend theory?
I mean, it's definitely an urban legend, just based off of the definition of an urban legend. It is just stories passed down without actually having solid evidence that it actually occurred, but it's just kind of passed down to warn off or warnings for people. Mm-hmm. So I feel like it is an urban legend, and that is it. But that's what I love about the paranormal, because of the fact that it's just so many theories out there, and not one is more than the other, if that makes sense, kind of thing. Because of course, like stories, it's like playing the telephone game. I know I'm dating ourselves, but we used to use those cups with strings and do those phone calls, But now that we have access to stories worldwidely, very at the tip of our fingertips, within minutes or whatever, seconds at that, of what happened, and are we believing people right away? Do they hold water? It's like news. Do you believe what's being reported the whole time? Because there are biases that are being reported even on a reputable news source, Mm-hmm. So who's to say? We can actually...
But everything on the internet's true.
But, I mean, we can interpret an ordinary event into something that can be something that we want it to be, Do we really want it to be this mysterious figures and stuff like that? So, that's the question. Okay. So let's talk about the reported consequences. So, like, obviously there are reports out there that they have encountered these children. Paranormal activity wants to get invited in. However, how do we know what happens if we don't, what happens to the people? They're disappeared. So how do we get those information?
Has any of this reported sightings been like documented on film or anything?
I don't believe so.
Or it's just all verbally told?
I mean,
like secondhand stories.
It all predates before these cameras became a prevalent thing for a household to have. So
it's all just secondhand story, like
he said, she said thing.
Okay. So there's no way to corroborate
Corroborate.
what actually happened then.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's why I'm kind of like, and that's why I love the paranormal, because like you see different sides and you make your own decisions.
Yeah, but at least like me as a skeptic of like ghost stuff, at least with that, there is some video and photographic evidence of ghosts.
Yes.
You can say, well, look at this picture that I caught of, everybody on your videos. They always say, when you ask the question, what's haunted here in Kenosha, everybody always says the Kemper Center. Mm-hmm. Well, there is that one picture of the Kemper Center of that figure up in the window. Mm-hmm. Well, look, there's a picture evidence of a ghost here in Kenosha.
But we can also argue, is that pareidolia of everyone else seeing that figure? Is it really a figure there? Or is it something that was superimposed to the viewers and now you just see it?
I don't know. Looks like a figure to me.
Huh? Well,
but there's also other video and photographic evidence out there of other places too of ghosts and stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's not just the Kemper Center.
Right. So, I mean, like there are different locations, like the Green Ridge Cemetery. I have actually heard that they have had encounters with black-eyed children here in Kenosha directly in that cemetery. The cemetery is so old. I believe their headstones were in the 1800s. Because you can tell, because the headstones back then, they were really thin, so you can differentiate when they were died or they were buried at that time. So, and let's talk about Pretty Weird. We did a video on Pretty Weird. It had a lot of activity. Mm-hmm. But again, is this activity attached to these dolls, or are the black-eyed children were invited in and they did not leave?
Or is it just a spirit that happens to be there?
True. I mean, like, Kenosha does not have a shortfall of legends and myths and stories to tell. It is a city filled with stories, filled with activity, filled with experience. And we're not a big city either. So.
No, we're not. They're doing the renovations of the old Kenosha Theater right now. And if you ask almost anybody that's working there currently, they'll tell you how creepy that old theater is. And most people that are currently working there have had some kind of experience there, just working inside there. Even though they're not there all the time, they're mostly volunteers that are working there right now.
Exactly.
But they've heard strange noises. Even some have seen some things there that they can't explain. So obviously Kenosha is filled with some kind of paranormal activity or
legends and myths that are coming true, because they are being documented through my paranormal team, that Elemental Society, that we go out there and we are documenting these experiences, so that it is not just legends and just not myths. However, are the stories behind it maybe myths? But that's why we go out and we debunk those myths and legends. I remember going to our old, my old Lincoln Lincoln school, that they had a legend that a girl fell off the balcony in the auditorium and died.
So Alia, let's talk about some of the
hot spots of Kenosha or Wisconsin.
So Alia, let's talk about some of the Wisconsin history behind this black-eyed children stuff.
So without talking about the history, we also have to focus on the hotspots that provide weird stories. One of the histories, of course, cemeteries, the haunted cemeteries always brings the locals to it because they think like ghosts lives there.
Don't they?
They do. I mean, according to your religious beliefs, though, I know in Islam believes that the ghosts actually spend time next to their body until the day of judgment.
I mean, we sold that house to a friend of ours that's
Oh yeah.
a block away, half a block away from the cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I mean, he ended up buying the house, but he's like, I don't know, I'm kind of worried about this house because it's so close to the cemetery.
He asked me to do a walkthrough to make sure there is no spirits
And
there.
give her honest opinion.
Yes, because a lot of people are afraid. They always are inquiring about the energies of their house and if I feel anything. And so it's funny because a lot of homeowners don't. They're curious to see whether or not there is energy, but do they really want the real truth on if there is an existing spirit in their house? So this homeowner actually asked me to come over and give him the truth and honest opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I truly didn't feel anything there, kind of thing.
It's just an old house.
It's an old house that actually is near a cemetery. I mean, surprisingly, not all houses are haunted because of the location of the cemeteries.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying all houses are not, but I mean, it depends on the person who lives there. I think if they're open enough that the spirits would be attracted to them, then I would say yes.
It probably depends a lot on the history of the house too, like what happened there, the previous owners that lived there, that kind of stuff.
The energy already is there. It's a lot of factors.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, like with haunted cemeteries, definitely cemeteries are haunted, but some cemeteries are more haunted than the next.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Green Ridge Cemetery, and I know I keep mentioning that, just because like that is my ultimate cemetery that I've had.
It's her favorite place to go.
A lot of experiences there, especially when the night fell and you started seeing shadow figures. You started seeing, you're hearing footsteps rustling in the Lake Michigan anomalies. Kenosha actually has a decade that actually never fully disappeared.
What do you mean?
Of strange reports.
I don't know what that means. Can you elaborate?
Yes, like documented evidence of this ghostly encounters. I mean, let's take the Simmons library. That is definitely haunted. And that's why they do like haunted tours kind of thing. So it is an older library and it is shaped like a T, like a cross. And I went there first time, I think it was last year or 2 years ago. And I was so overwhelmed. I kind of wanted to quickly grab my daughter's book and leave. I wanted to investigate, but I think I would have spent so much hours and then I wouldn't feel right, if that makes sense.
It's kind of a cool library.
Mm-hmm. They have the spiral staircase, which I'm always scared to go on to. So, because I always think I'm bigger and I wouldn't be able to fit. But that's just my insecurities, that's all. So, but even modern legends are always evolving. It's like the telephone game that I was telling you about. Like if you say a message, how many times is it going to change if you have so many people down the line adding to their perspectives, kind of thing. So that is actually pretty interesting. So tell us your favorite encounter in Kenosha. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to give you a restriction, nothing about Kemper Center. So if you have had an encounter here in Kenosha that does not involve Kemper Center, because we all know Kemper Center is there, but let us know. That would be kind of interesting to see where they have the encounters once Kemper Center is off the table.
Yeah. Let us know where you have the ghostly encounters at here in Kenosha. And remember, if you do have ghostly encounters, have a little fun. Try not to be scared. I know it can be scary for sure. But remember that as long as you don't...
You just got to stay calm at first, right? So, like everything, you got to stay calm. You got to make sure you are respectful to anything, and trust your instincts.
Don't antagonize it.
Yes, Chad.
Yeah. Well, I only do that when I'm not getting anything
Activity.
at all. But if you're getting an activity right in front of you, then don't antagonize it. Just be friendly. Say hi. Say, how can I help you? And see what it does. And try to get some video of it. Try to record it and see what happens.
And turn on that phone, because that phone is a good recorder. Hopefully you have an iPhone or a better Android, like unlike those phones in the 90s that always get those big feet on the camera and you can't see a thing because it's all grainy and it's all so far. But if you have to pay attention to your gut. If something feels wrong, it is.
Or if you feel scared, then turn around, walk away, run away. Just leave. Don't put yourself in danger.
Oh, and also set your intentions before you leave, making sure that entity does not follow you home. I mean, I'm not guaranteed they're going to listen, because some of them are very stubborn, like me, and would come and hitch a ride. So, it'll be interesting.
So, Alia, why are these usually children and not adults?
I mean, as we said it earlier in the video, that they are changed into children so that they can lower the defenses of the people. More people will be nicer to the children and say, hey, yeah, come on in. If you need your parents, come on in. However, like you said, if they're here at 2 a.m., there is kind of, and they're always calm.
It's questionable.
It's very questionable. So, obviously, black-eyed children, there are no clear evidence about it. There are no photographs unless it's an AI rendition or an artistic rendition of it. And there is no scientific proof that they exist or can exist. But the stories do continue. They continue to this day of this. Hopefully it's not a psychological break of the person hallucinating these items or these people, or is it just simple modern folklore that has just been going down generations to generations. So, what do you think? Are the black-eyed children real?
Or are they just a modern urban legend made up today?
Are they something else paranormal?
Something even stranger?
Let us know what you think. And if you heard a strange experience here in Kenosha or anywhere else, we would love to hear your story. But until next time,
keep questioning everything you guys see and let us know down here in the comments what you guys think.
And keep exploring. And remember, document everything, because your phone has everything you need to document.
Have a great week, guys. See you in the next one.